Since the dawn of time, medicine has tried to answer one question: how does the human body truly work? Each discovery, each breakthrough has brought us closer to understanding the miracle of life. And yet, some cases defy everything we know about biology. People who survive the impossible. Patients who shouldn't exist but do. Today, we'll uncover 5 medical mysteries that modern science still cannot explain. 1. The woman who can't feel pain. The case of Joe Cameron. In 2013, doctors in Scotland met a woman unlike any other, Joe Cameron. At 65 years old, she had never felt pain. Broken bones, burns, surgeries. She went through them all, without a single cry or tear. At first, she thought she just had a high pain tolerance. But during hand surgery, doctors noticed something strange. Even as the scalpel cut through her skin, Joe remained completely calm. Intrigued, scientists at University College London analyzed her DNA. What they found shocked them. A unique mutation in a gene called FAAH-out, a gene that controls how the brain processes pain, fear, and anxiety. Because of this mutation, Joe doesn't feel physical pain or emotional distress. She lives in constant calmness, immune to fear itself. But some researchers believe this mutation could unlock new pain-free treatments. Others, however, see a darker truth. Without pain, without fear, can a human truly understand life? 2. The man trapped in a never-ending day. In 2005, a man in the United Kingdom woke up like any other day. He had breakfast, went to work, and later visited his dentist. After receiving a small dose of anesthesia, something impossible happened. His memory stopped working. From that day on, his brain resets every 90 minutes. He believes it's still the same day, the same moment, the same dental visit forever. Doctors call it severe anterograde amnesia. His mind can talk, reason, and think, but cannot create new memories. MRI scans showed only mild damage to his hippocampus, not nearly enough to explain this. His wife says she must reintroduce herself to him every morning. For him, time never moves forward. He lives inside an endless loop, trapped in a single day for more than a decade. Some neuroscientists suggest it's a protective response, that his mind might be blocking reality to avoid trauma. Others think it's simply a glitch in human consciousness, proof that memory itself might be more fragile than we ever imagined. 3. The woman who cries blood. The enigma of hemolacria. In 2009, a 20-year-old woman from Italy went to the hospital in panic. She had been crying blood. Red tears streamed down her cheeks without pain or visible injury. At first, doctors assumed it was an infection or a blood disorder, but every test came back normal. As months passed, the episodes became more frequent. She could be reading, cooking, or even asleep, and suddenly blood would pour from her eyes. This phenomenon, known as hemolacria, occurs when blood mixes with tears, but in her case, there were no ruptured vessels, no physical damage. Other cases have been reported across the world, in India, Argentina, and the United States, and all remain unexplained. Some scientists blame hormonal changes. Others suspect a psychological origin, the body expressing inner stress through a physical manifestation. But deep down, none of them truly know. Why would the human body weep blood? Perhaps it's not the body that's bleeding, but the soul. 4. The boy who glows in the dark. In a small rural town in China, a young couple brought their son to the doctor with a strange problem. At night, his eyes glowed in the dark. The boy's name was Nong Yu Hui. His irises were blue eyes, extremely rare in Asia, and his night vision was extraordinary. At first, doctors thought it was a reflection, a trick of light. But when they turned off all lamps, his eyes emitted a faint greenish glow like those of a cat. Further examination revealed something impossible. His retinas contained a reflective layer called tapetum lucidum, a structure that helps animals see in the dark, but doesn't exist in humans. How did this appear in a human child? Genetic mutation or a sign of spontaneous evolution? The boy could read perfectly in total darkness and showed no signs of illness or abnormality. Years later, his whereabouts remain unknown. No other cases like his have ever been confirmed. Was Nong Yu Hui the next step in human evolution, or simply a living mystery that science wasn't ready to understand? 5. The man without a brain who lived a normal life. In 2007, a 44-year-old French engineer visited the hospital for a simple leg pain. What doctors found inside his head changed neuroscience forever. Scans revealed that 90% of his brain was missing. Almost the entire cavity was filled with cerebrospinal fluid. And yet he was alive, alert, intelligent, and working a full-time job. He had no cognitive disabilities whatsoever. The cause was chronic hydrocephalus, a slow buildup of fluid over decades that compressed his brain against the skull. Normally, this condition would be fatal. But somehow his brain had reorganized itself. The remaining 10% had taken over all vital functions. Scientists published the case in The Lancet, calling it one of the strangest medical findings in history. How could a fraction of a brain hold an entire consciousness? Does this mean intelligence isn't bound by brain size, but how the mind adapts? Some researchers even suggested that the human brain may not be the center of the mind after all, that perhaps consciousness itself can exist beyond the limits of biology. 5 cases, 5 mysteries that modern medicine cannot explain. Don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries from the world of medicine and the unknown. And remember, the most intriguing comments will appear at the end of our next video.